All right, you guys, this is gonna be so much fun. So one of the coolest things my guitar teacher taught me was play clean, so it hides nothing. Grab a single coil guitar, really hides nothing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna strip down a 1, C, 5, G, minor 6. So 1, 5, 6 chord progression. We're gonna strip it into like a riff. We're gonna create a killer riff out of it. We're gonna just utilize the E and A strings. It's gonna take a lot of technique. But you don't have to do exactly what I do. I'm just trying to give you a framework. It's your job to use your musicality. So here's what we're gonna do. Out of this C major bar chord, again, just the E and A strings, we're gonna use the 8th fret, we're gonna use that C, the root, and we're gonna use the 7th fret on the A string, and that's an E. So what is that? That is a major third interval. What's an interval? The distance between two notes, and if you don't know this, watch my Music Theory Monday playlist. I just finished all 12 keys. It's at the end of this video, and it's gonna help you a lot. And we're gonna keep that going. All right, now we're gonna slide down right here, same interval, major third, G to B, E and A strings, okay? See that? And then we're gonna do the minor third interval. Now you see that stretch. And for those of you that know, the reason I have to move this first finger back 2 frets is I have to flat the third to make it minor. So we got it, okay? So let me kind of show you what the riff is gonna sound like, and then I'm gonna see if I can break it down. Okay, here we go. Again. Okay, so there's a lot of muting technique in there, and that's just a killer riff. Now, think about it too. That could be a breakdown in a song. That could be an intro to a song. That could just be the main part of the song if like you're in a 3-piece. I think like Chili Peppers stuff, you know, with a killer bass going. Sometimes you got to strip down your part because you have multiple guitars. You have a lot of instruments that sit in the same range, the same frequency range, and so you need to strip it down. So here's what I did. I hit. Now if you see how I got my thumb wrapped over too, but I've got it kind of. It's not really doing anything now, but as I move down, it kind of does. It's mainly these fingers. It's like a marriage between your hand that's driving the rhythm, your strumming hand, and then your fret hand. So it's like this. So really slow. Hit that root note. So that da, 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 and there's your muted part. Okay? So then I hit the major third. See, watch, really slow. It's hard for me to slow it down. So see if you can just get that. If you're a total beginner or an intermediate, you're not quite ready to do the whole riff, just go like this. Okay, and then we slide down. See. Yeah. Okay, now this one's a little trickier, I think. So when we slide down to the G, I go. So I strum this E string, which I'm fretting the G on the 3rd fret, and I hit this major third, the B on the A string on the 2nd fret on the upstroke. You're creating, it's just a riff, right? And you can catalog this into your music arsenal and use it for anything else. Okay, I see. Yeah, so try those two, like. Okay? Again. See if you can copy me. Because you know what? If I didn't do any muting, it would sound like this. I would have to pretty much strum both that interval at the same time because the muting is what really makes this riff come alive. And a riff is what? It's nothing more than just like a killer melody, right? A lot of the older bands seem to like really like think of like Black Sabbath or think of like Crazy Train, like by Ozzy, Randy Rhoads. That riff, that's just a very iconic riff. You guys, there's all kinds of them, but that's kind of what you're trying to do here is take a chord progression, take like any and strip it down. Now here comes, I think this one's a little trickier. Now on the A minor interval, let's see, we gotta go with this. Yeah, that one's got a little bit more. So I go like this. I hit the A, I go. Let's see. See. Yeah, so you're gonna have to hit the A on the downstroke, and then 2, chakras, 1 and, like an 8th note. And then you hit the minor third, which is a C on the A string on the 3rd fret. See that first finger? Yeah, and then right after you do that, you gotta hit this A on the upstroke. So that's almost like a riff just by itself. Yeah. Wait. Let's see. See, it's hard for me to break it down. Let's see. So, I just walk that down. Upstroke. You know, it's good for you to see me struggle through this too, because sometimes what I'm doing right here is just guitar gold, because I'm slowing my own thought process down and analyzing what I'm actually doing. So for me, having this YouTube channel has made me such a better player, because I got to make sure I get things right for you guys, or I have to take something like this where I might not normally break it down and figure it out. So now let's do this. Let's turn off I have just a tinge of reverb on there. That's the UA Golden, by the way. So listen to it really clean now if I play the whole riff through. Yeah, I actually played it 3 different ways there. Did you catch that? So that's it right there. I totally botched that. Hack. Yeah, so that's another thing my guitar teacher taught me too, is like, don't let the train totally derail off the tracks. Keep that rhythmic flow going, all right? So let's put that, so you guys got that. Here's another thing you can do that's really cool too. If you're more of an advanced player, you guys know, and even if you're not, you need to have this situational awareness, meaning I say this in every video I make. You need to know what's around at all times. So when I go here, I'm also thinking of how the A minor pentatonic is here. And if you watch my triads video with him, you'd know right here on the GB high E string, we have an A minor triad. So you could go like this. You go, watch. I just did like a cool little funk riff out of it. So that I'm trying to show you how you can kind of extend it outward from there. Now, one other thing you can do too is I have a really flimsy gauge. Try different pick gauges. Like this is an 88. This is pretty rigid. So that's gonna give you much more pop. Every pick's this is a different gauge. It's gonna give you kind of a different vibe. So what, does this gotta be an 88? No, it's not. I can't even read it. I don't remember. Oh, this is a 73. Okay? So just try different things. Now, for you finger pickers, or even if you're not, before we wrap this up, and take your fingers, and this is gonna be really good between, you can use your thumb, your pointer, or your middle finger, and you're gonna see if you can get that riff going like this. Different riff, because I had to change it up because I'm playing with my fingers. So you're not gonna get good, you're not gonna strengthen your finger picking hand unless you do exercises like this, all right? So all right, and again, just have that situational awareness, always know what's around. So why don't you see if you can duplicate some of what I did here before we wrap this up. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's keep helping people. But what we want to do is take a chord progression and see if you can turn it into a riff. See if you can do it on the E and A strings. So practice that muting, okay? It takes a lot. You want to just get that rhythmic flow going, because once you start getting it, then you can do something like this. let's see if I can just improv something for you real quick, and if I fall off the tracks, I fall off real quick. So that's enough. Remember, number one thing about guitar is what? It's always have fun. If you're not having fun with this thing, then you're doing something wrong. So again, just take it, strip it down. If you can't do the whole thing I did, just see what you can make up. Just limit yourself. Just see what you can make up with just the E and A string, with just the C and the E. You can just do downstrokes. Downstrokes. They just change it up, and you're just gonna keep creating more riffs. And all you're trying to do is add things to your guitar playing catalog that one day, trust me, you're gonna need to pull them out and use them. You don't know when. Could be when you're by yourself. It could be when you're playing with a friend. It could be when you're in a full band. You just don't know. But if you don't have them, you don't have them. So something I've been kind of preaching on here lately a lot is just put in the work. Put in the work. Put in the work. Put in the work. And you know what? You guys digging this Strat? It's giving me totally 80s vibes. I'm thinking of the Vans. Now I want to go skate a ramp, and probably shouldn't. I'll probably blow my knee out. But anyways, Team Jellyfish in the comments. Drop your favorite sea creature in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. It happens to be Christmas Eve today. Happy holidays to everyone around the world. Or if you're watching this in, like, let's say June of 2025, happy day to you. Keep playing. Just keep going. Don't stop. I'll see you in the next video. Check out these videos here.